Kia ora koutou, haere mai, welcome to the ULTI.TV stream. This is New Zealand Mixed Ultimate Championships Div 2. We have Manawatū versus Kindred Spirits here at Te Awakarangi Park out in Upper Hutt, Orongamai. My name is Beck Soper, and here with me in the booth.
My name is Liam Haberfield. Welcome to a beautiful day here in Upper Hutt. We've got an exciting matchup.
Oh, that's nice. Can she reel that in? Oh, she does. Oh, I feel like, yeah, uncontested strip. You'll see the white team here, Manawatū versus Kindred Spirits in dark. Manawatū obviously hailing from the Manawatū. And then we have Kindred Spirits from Christchurch. Oh, that's got to be on. Come on, Rachel. Sorry, Sihan Royal. Looking off a couple of free people in the deep just because the mark was too good. We see Manawatū with a zone here. Oh, that's nice. Finding space. Ooh!
What a grab! That's an amazing grab. Sihan Royal with a big grab to kick us off at the start of this game. The throw just a little bit behind and she's tracked it. Made the play.
Big excitement from the sideline.
Big
for the first
excitement.
Point.
We are seeing two undefeated juggernauts going up against each other here. One of these teams is going to walk away from this game with a loss in the loss column. Who's it going to be? To be decided.
Difficult to call. Kindred Spirits, a new club on the scene in Christchurch. This is their first outing in a national tournament, so hard to kind of gauge where they're going to fall. Not the only Kindred team at the tournament either. We have Kindred Spirits and Kindred Surprise out on one of the other fields here at Awakarangi Park. But Manawatū, a little bit more history behind that club, a little bit more storied. I believe two of their members actually have over 50 years of experience just between the two of them. Outrageous.
That is outrageous.
Although on the other end of the spectrum, you also have someone who, this is their second tournament on Manawatū, and their first tournament was the qualifying one. So a range of experience, I think, on both teams. Looking forward to see how the match plays out. That's a banger of a pull. That's got a lot of loft on it. It's going to sit.
Just sits in.
All right, that's number 11 with the disc. Cook sends it deep. That's a powerful throw. There's a lot behind that disc. Jumps it. Is he in?
Grab.
Schroeder. Not quite in, but damn, what a grab. Oh, cheeky, did he just pass?
Cook has just followed his pass up 70 metres down the field, maybe even 71, and jumped his own deep shot in there from the receiver. What an incredible throw down the sideline, though. He's really done well to keep that in. That same third throw is going to be hard to maintain its position on the field, so he's done really well.
Yeah, the amount of pace behind that was just perfect for his receiver.
The amount of pace on Schroeder as well.
Yeah, great timing from both of them. And that's two clean holds so far for this game. What a refreshing start.
Just what we expected, really, in this matchup.
Yeah, both teams, again, with 2 wins on the board, so showing their class so far. We'll see if each team can push each other defensively and create some turns. Now, there is a little bit of wind on field. It is going from left to right on your screen. It's not strong, though. It's barely a breeze. Wouldn't even call it a thrower's breeze, honestly. Cook with a pull-up wind. As you can see, it's sitting. That's quite nice. That was Webb, too. Can't see the...
Peters.
Here we go. Webb again.
Whitehead.
I think we're going to hear a lot of these names. Again and again. That was Hayes to Sihan Royal. To Peters. Back to Whitehead. And we see that Mua. Ooh, sneaky! Just, oh my goodness. Woo! And that's, I believe, Hayes with the point.
Whitehead to Hayes.
That was some pretty dicey business in the middle of that zone. Ooh, we're hunting for a D there, but not quite close enough. And that's 3 clean holds.
You've got to think here, Aaron Whitehead, former Manawatū Ultimate player.
Oh, this is true.
This could be a big match for him here. How is he going to handle it?
Knowing him, probably level-headedly. That and having some insight actually probably into the normal Manawatū play style. I don't think this is going to phase him.
No. Would agree. But what an exciting start. We got 3 clean holds. This is the quality ultimate that we can expect to see from these two teams coming off 2 wins.
Defensive pressure not quite generating turns yet, but as you could see with that Manawatū zone, it was close. There was some dicey hip-to-hip grabs in there, which love to see. Maybe a layout next time might get them the extra.
Maybe a layout.
Maybe.
I don't know if the Kindred Spirits would say it was dicey. I think they would say it was, well placed.
Exactly. Trust in their receivers and trust in their handlers. Love to see it. Here we go. That's going to be a bit of loft under that one. You can hear the sideline yelling for the players to get down, so I assume it's looking matchy. Yeah, match from Spirits.
Match defense.
Cook says no.
You can see the defense of Kindred Spirits has just adjusted to go over top, especially while Cook has the Frisbee. They don't want that deep shot coming again.
Cook with the disc again. It's up.
But you know what? He's going to do it anyway.
Puff? Oh, unlucky. Outboxed by DeGran.
DeGran just showing a bit of class there, just getting around the offender, trying to catch that, but he's done a great job to get the block, and his reward gets to bring it back up, play some offense.
DeGran looking downfield, nothing happening so far. No early cuts. Here we go. That's a beautiful sit. Oh, pressure on though.
Vanderlee on the sideline, a bit of pressure, but gets it off pretty quickly.
DeGran again, 2. Pembroke.
De Seville.
Feeling a little bit stuck on the sideline. Number 12. Oh, shoots it. That's nice movement. Number 42 with the disc now sends a big one. Pembroke sends it to. Oh! Was that Dixon?
What a grab.
What a put.
Again, these teams are just flirting with the sideline, but happy to put it down there, and that's an incredible throw, followed up by an even better catch, just maintaining the foot position on the field.
Difficult when it sits like that as the defense is rushing you down. There's a lot of pressure. So
that is our first break of the game.
Oh, and upwind as well. I think you could tell with the upwind how, despite the fact that there's not a lot of wind, it did make it hover for probably a little bit more than they were comfortable with. But no stress. No stress in that grab. Here we go. We'll see it again.
Nice play there to just have the quick movement.
Yeah. Cook steaming down behind him.
All right. Now the upwind break, typically you'd think needs to be followed up with a downwind hold just to really cement that break. Another downwind break just to really cement that in. Just considering it's a little bit more difficult for players to go upwind, and we see a little bit of a gust now coming from left to right on the screen. This could make offense a little bit more tricky.
That's Halliday with the disc. One of the players to watch out for. Very athletic, very experienced as well. Halliday again. Sends it over to Cockburn. Sends one deep, but that looks maybe a little bit shorter than they wanted. No call. Disc is moving back to the middle. 92-29.
This is great movement. Powick now.
Webb tracking it down.
Webb.
Oh, and he jumps it in.
Look at that.
With Gray signalling the point right next to it, but not close enough to get a bit of a sniff at that.
Yes, just like we talked about earlier on, you're really wanting to cement that upwind break with a following downwind break, and Kindred Spirits delivered here. Getting the turnover on the goal line and then just working the disc down the field. And we know both of these teams are looking for shots. We can see that.
So I believe that's Kindred on 4. And Manawatū on 1. I had a little bit of a chat to Manawatū before the game started, and I mean, I think already we've seen it. We've seen their zone quite a lot, but now we're going to get to see them start out on offense. We'll see if Kindred keep playing their zone, or if they try something a little bit different. I think there is a lot of zone generally happening in this tournament so far. We haven't seen heaps of match. Kindred have been playing some match. Here we go. Big pull. Might drift out the side. Fielded by Connolly. Back to Cook. Back to Connolly. Connolly, one of the experienced players on this team. Schroeder with the disc now. Playing with her dad, actually, who's been playing for longer than she's been alive.
I believe this.
Oh, hammer! It's huge! Oh my goodness. Ambitious. A little bit too ambitious.
Holman really going for the whole shot there into the end zone, but just falling up a little bit short. Now, Kindred Spirits.
That's also a little bit ambitious.
Holman getting it back for his team. What a block.
Immediately passing to
traffic.
Connolly. Here we go. Oh, he's got to track that down. Oh! Look, I said there wasn't enough defensive pressure. Schroeder, not able to stop that one going out the back. But now, from going to such clean ultimates, some of the breaks are coming off. They're trying some riskier shots. It's showing in the number of turnovers, but I think there is some good space being found. Right, we're seeing match at the moment from Manawatū. There we go. Pembroke with the disc.
Oh, Whitehead in power position.
Oh, you can't say no.
It has to go, and he's got the arm on him. Peters just tracks it down. What a great throw there by Whitehead. Finds a little bit of traffic with his mark, but reverses the other way and pulls out the backhand. Easy to track down for Peters.
So that's Kindred Spirits on 5. Manawatū, despite their promising start, just coming up a little bit short in points with 1 at the moment. We're seeing a lot of athleticism from this Christchurch team, which is unsurprising, really. Most Christchurch teams have got a bit of zip behind them.
Yeah, a bit of zip.
Yeah, a bit of zip. There's a little bit of confusion about the gender matchup for this point. Manawatū, I believe, singling women. Kindred saying no, that it should be the second male matching point. So Peter seems very sure about it. So here we are. I do believe almost all the scoreboards at the tournament do have the corresponding point matchup for players to reference. So if they're ever confused, the option is there. Nice pull.
Webb with the pole.
Cook with the disc now, looking downfield. Doesn't quite like what he sees, so sends it back to Mercer. Oh, you can
We've
see.
talked about it already.
You could see it happening as we looked at that. And that was a shot to Glenn Connolly, one of the players on the team with over 25 years of experience under his belt. I think if you're going to shoot a shot like that, like put a little bit of love on it.
He knows Connolly's got the wheels though, so he just wanted to put it out in front. But we also now know Cook is looking
deep.
Looking deep. Living now with the disc. Former player out of Wellington.
DeGran puts
Onslow College, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm. Struggling on mark. Great pressure from number 14, Zhao. Sends a nice forehand. Back to Webb. Oh, Webb
Another
sends on to
low
600
one.
Royal. Oh, I can't take it. On a layout in that same spot.
What a bid. What a bid.
Injury called by the looks of things. It looks like she landed a bit on her shoulder.
A little bit funky, eh?
Yeah, not quite right. And if in doubt, sub it out.
That's what I always say.
Here we go.
Rachel is trying to recreate that glory from the first point.
She really had to send it if she wanted to grab that one. It was going very fast.
It's valiant.
Yeah, it's going to be Cook to pick up with De Graan on defense. Here we go. We know what Cook wants. It's just whether one of his receivers is going to give it to him. That's Karen. Was with the disc. Connolly. Zhao. Looking downfield. Making eye contact with Connolly again, but Connolly's off to the races. He's leaving. Oh, a little bit of a stumble, but 36 manages to reel that in. Smith.
Good movement here from Manawatū.
Again. Zhao. Smith. Oh, corner. But too much defense in the way. Instead, oh no, a ground strip. A ground strip for Connolly. So unlucky. I think maybe the knee slide. Look, I'm going to say it. Knee slide layout. Not... It's a rock star look, but it's sometimes hard to hang on to the disc. And, oh my god, that's a massive send. De Graan sending it deep to Dixon. Oh! Oh! Yeah, he acknowledges it's down. But that was such a valiant attempt at the second bite at that apple. Oh my goodness.
That's great defense there by Zhao. Just tracking the disc. Coming over top.
Sneaking that hand in there.
Sneaking the hand into making the play. Not easy to do.
Yeah, without creating contact as well. Very impressive.
Precisely.
Look, I think we're going to have the Cook to Graan match up a lot this game, and I'm here for it. That's Zhao. Oh, that was a great read of the play there. Straight over the top. Amazing.
Immediate dish there to Isaac Living.
Such a beautiful read of the play from Webb, I believe.
Right. We have a timeout called by Manawatū, I believe. I think that's the right call here. Down 6-1.
We need to do a bit of recalibrating.
Recalibration. Maybe go back to the drawing board a little bit. What can you do?
We're going to see that again. Just such an easy pop over the top. And we'll see here. He's looking at the handler. He's not looking necessarily at his player. Sees the disc go up. Immediately gets in there. Great stuff from Webb.
timeout concluded. Manawatū set to receive. Looking for their second point after some really good early offense from both of these teams. Kindred Spirits are just applying that extra little bit of pressure to cause the turnovers.
Yeah, those first points scored so easily, and both teams putting on a bit of a show on defense, getting turns, but Kindred really managing to be the ones to convert. Here we go. Disc is up. It's a low pull, not a lot of loft under it.
Looking like we've got a new-ish group here on the offensive side for Manawatū. Maybe a couple of their pieces changing around.
Love that. Schroeder with the disc now. Oh, come on. Huff just head down, seeing that go. Oh, no, an overthrow. Connolly's going to get there. Nice D. Nice D from Connolly. That was two great poach-offs from each team. Just snagging onto a player. Oh, unluckily out of the hands. But yeah, just moving on to a player who they weren't necessarily marking in the first place. Putting the pressure on. And we are going to see what looks like a zone.
A transition zone. So Manawatū really trying to.
Oh, that's an overthrow.
That's
hey, they applied the pressure and it worked.
Exactly. Creating opportunities after a turnover to get the disc back for your team, and it's like you said.
Yeah, transition zone when you're starting on an offense. Impressive to be able to pull that off, and so successfully. Here we go. I believe that's Schroeder with the disc looking downfield. Nice little break to Manning. Sending it around to Halliday.
I believe that might
He really wanted that. I think he had to commit to a properly full layout if he really wanted it. Here we go. Manning again. Sends it deep, but I don't know if there's going to be enough juice behind that. It's a bit of a skybox. Everyone gets in, but there's a foul called. I believe that's Hawari. Uncontested foul. Hawari's not the one with the dish, he's the one on defense there. Let's have a look. Oh, really? Maybe, I think perhaps her jump might have been obstructed. That's where I think the foul could have occurred, really there. There we go, Schroeder with the disc. Looking downfield. They really need to clear open that. Side. Oh, they tried to jam in the jam hole, and Kindred says no. No jam for us. Not today. That's going to be Peters bringing in the disc. And that zone is setting up again.
Facing up to that arrowhead on your own downwind corner is a tough task.
Yeah, but wouldn't put it past Kindred's to just... Oh, and it goes up. This is going to be spicy. Oh, that's Huff versus...
That's a great read.
Powerwork says thank you very much. Peters with the disc now, looking downfield. He's looking for a hammer. Ooh. There's Pembroke back to... Ooh, right over the top.
Kid.
Come on, that's nice. Visionary placement.
Is there anything this man can't do?
Upfield, downfield, all over the place. We love to see it. Some really beautiful ultimate skills on display right now. I'm loving the pinpoint throws that are going over top of these zone pieces.
As that point is going to take us to half time. Kindred Spirits pulling away to make it 7-1.
Yeah, pull games to 13. So I guess at this point we'll leave the teams to mull over the first half, make some adjustments, and we'll see you in the second half.
Always on the move? You can keep up to date with ULTI.TV on all of our social media channels. Like, follow, subscribe, share us with a friend, or send us a message just to say hey. Thank you for supporting us in our mission to grow Ultimate everywhere.
We are a group of ultimate players, coaches and video enthusiasts. We've worked with the major federations and the greatest events.
We're on a mission to make Ultimate huge. We want our videos and live streams to be free to watch.
We want to make stories that not only reach you,
but also reach people outside the Ultimate community.
Like and subscribe, ULTI.TV, the best in the world.
Become a member and fund our work
to cover more events in the future and to bring more stories and live coverage to the eyes of the Ultimate world and beyond.
Kia ora koutou and welcome back to Te Awakarangi Park out in the upper hut of Wellington. My name's Beck Soper and we have in the booth.
And I am Liam Happyfield.
We've got a little bit of gender confusion happening on field. Making sure that the right matchup is actually serving the pool. At this point from Kindred Spirits. Our Christchurch team here versus Manawatū, our team from Palmy. Big sand, that's going to float for a bit.
That's Fuller on the pole, and that's a great pole, reaching the brick mark, going upwind.
Cook with the disc, looking downfield. Connolly. Ooh. Sneaky to the sideline to Gray.
Great
Back to
defense
Connolly.
on the mark there. Kindred Spirits continuing with their match defense.
Cook snags that to Gray. Back to Cook. Nice movement. Setting himself up. Gray again. Cook. Just working really well together. And that's Zhao. Oh, a couple of family connections must be.
There are two family connections on this team. The Connollys and the Zhaos.
Love that.
Legacy players.
Oh, visionary crossfield.
Oh, Cook.
Cooked Gray.
Cook.
Story at that point.
Cook, yeah, really quarterbacking that point. What a great visionary throw on the inside out channel. Finding the receiver in acres of space.
Cooking up a storm.
Cooking out there.
Strong start from Manawatū out in this half. Love to see them coming back and putting a point on the board.
Yeah, look, it looked like Kindred Spirits were hunting on some of those block attempts, but, I mean, Manawatū dealing with the pressure well.
The margins fell in favour of Manawatū that time, but we'll see how the rest of the half goes. I think Kindred Spirits, the aggression on defence is really doing them a lot of favours.
We should reorder these spreadsheets in number order. Wait, they are. They are a number order.
Here we go, big pull. Sihana, Sihana Rule drops the pull. Disappointed in herself, but it's going to give Manawatū an opportunity to do a quick upwind score. Let's see if they've got any set pieces ready to go for this, because it's an ideal time to do a bit of an ISO.
I mean, that's just what Manawatū needed here.
Looks like they might
Short
have.
field turnover.
Is that, to the corner!
Yes!
Ooh.
Dream start to the second half for Manawatū.
Huff with that point, doing a cheeky fall over right at the end.
He came in with a half.
A huff and a puff and blew their house down.
Manawatū's trying to do it. Trying to blow the house down.
We're here for it. We love a comeback. We're going to see Cook with the disc. Honestly, Manawatū, in terms of experience, like, they do have the potential here to cause an upset. It's just whether Kindred, I think, the momentum is swinging a little bit, and whether Kindred have the ability to put a stop to that nice and early before it swings a little bit too far in Manawatū's favour.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell the body language is a little bit different from the first half, just after these 2 quick points. So we'll see how Kindred responds here.
Being a newer club, they do have some very experienced players on there, so we'll see how they deal with this type of pressure. Here we go, big pull from Cook. Might go out the side. No, it's going to fade back in.
Okay.
Here we go. Enough inside out on that to just keep it in. Webb. Oh. That's Hayes with the disc now. Sends a forehand. Oh, they're just cutting through the zone. Hayes again. Back to Reineck. Pembroke again. Webb. Reineck with a hand up. He's in so much space. Go to Pembroke again first, then back to him. Hayes is there. Got 2 people following that. There's just so much room in the zone, it looks like. Or at least that's what Kindred's make it look like. Webb over the top. Wham bam. Thank you, ma'am.
What pressure, says Kindred.
And they really did make it look like that. They really did. I think it doesn't help Manawatū's zone at the moment that there's just basically no wind. There's no 8th defender out there giving them a hand. It's purely position based. And I mean, Kindred have some beautiful throws, really pinpoint, making it really difficult for Manawatū to get turns or generate pressure.
I think they're attacking it well as well. They're having numbers behind the disc, but they're also willing to attack forward and across the field with their handlers, which is just making the defense have to flex.
Yeah.
It means that they're creating that space. That space that Aaron Whitehead had just there it didn't just happen. It happened because the other players on the field are moving and flexing the defense.
Really loving Kindred's handlers following their throws as well. It just makes the defense have to adjust so much more than otherwise they would.
Vanderlee on the pole now.
She's got suns out, guns out, and I'm here for that. That one's going to roll a little bit, maybe. It's going to be Halliday with the pickup. Straight to Cook. Nice little movement here. Tonki was going deep. Oh! Sneaky D there from Hennis. Moves across to De Gran.
Manawatū instantly coming into their transition zone.
That's fast. It's a fast transition.
It was. Schroeder was right near the disc and he said, let's do it.
Manus again. Oh, I feel like he touched the top of that, but unfortunately for him, De Gran is there to clean up. That's Mercer. Looking downfield. Oh. Back to De Gran. Over to Fuller. De Gran. Just being very comfortable with the disc, swinging it side to side. And as I say that, a scuba over the top. Delightfully placed. Made that look too easy. Fuller with a one-handed grab. Down the sideline. Mercer. Oh, Mercer to Vanderlee. Just feeling a little bit stuck, but Fuller just... Oh, no! Clean it up! Oh! Nice attempt at the cleanup. Oh,
great bid. Yeah, I'd be tying my shoelace.
He
there
bid
as
so
well.
hard, his shoelace is undone. But ultimate stops from no person. Cook is off to the races. Not worried about waiting for the defense to set. Fair enough.
Get better laces, he said.
Fair. That's
That's a great gainer.
Nice cut. Who's going to bail her out? Cook. Just an absolutely pivotal player for Manawatū, and he calls a timeout.
Out called.
Yep, fair enough. This is quite probably a important point for Manawatū to put away if they want to start putting the pressure back on Kindred. So perhaps coming out with a set play might be an ideal time to do it.
I'd like to see that.
Yeah, they are within striking distance of the zone. They're
I'd like to see
halfway
that.
up.
I want to talk a little bit about the Manawatū zone, and I think that what it is doing is causing Kindred to throw a lot of passes. But I'm worried that it's not creating enough pressure to actually generate a turnover, and Kindred are really potentially doing it to themselves when they turn it over. So, do you have any thoughts on how Manawatū could adjust their zone, or maybe go back to match?
Yeah, we haven't seen Manawatū's match so far. Given the success rate of the zone at the moment, I wouldn't hate seeing their match and seeing what happens when they try it. It's always something good to explore. If one thing's not working, if it is broke, you probably should try and fix it. So, it could be adjusting the zone. I feel like some of the wings are maybe a little bit deep. They're often getting sort of some wide swings and then hitting those pockets down the sideline quite quickly. So whether the wings in the zone need to adjust or maybe it's up front to sort of stop those being able to go up. But, as with anything in a zone, whatever you take away, you give something else up. So, but, they've got to make some adjustments. Otherwise, we are going to keep seeing a repeat because Kindred's throws are just really on point. And if you don't put pressure on that, they're not going to change anything.
Exactly.
Cook with the disc. Set in a horror.
Are we going to see the arm?
Kindred match. Amazing, that's 66.
That's a good set play to come off that sideline initially. Can they continue the disc down the field? Zhao cutting over to the break side, creating good space onto the open side now. Schroeder with the disc, looking for Cook down the sideline. We know he's got the arm. Is he going to use it? He's looking for it. You know what he's looking for.
Oh, it's not the throw I would have put.
And Half just cannot quite collect it. I don't know if that's actually entirely accurate, Beck. I feel like you might have put that.
I would have put it as a hammer, though. I would not have put that as a forehand.
As we see Manawatū transition into their zone now. They've got their arrowhead. They're trying to force a lot of passes out of Kindred, but are we going to see the pressure being created to create a turnover? Fuller now with the disc, moves it up to Vanderlee. Vanderlee has an arm.
Whoa! Doesn't manage to reel that one in. But as you can see, they swung it across, popped it a little bit down the sideline, which gave them space to put something bigger up. And it's just, the hole is too big. Cook struggling to get free, but does manage it. Sends it. Come on, that's for you. I think that's... Oh,
what a grab. I think Fuller touched that as well.
Oh, no, Schroeder. Oh.
Schroeder locked in at the front of the zone. Fuller moves it across. De Graan finds Dixon. They're moving it quite nicely now. Vanderlee takes a moment to breathe. We've got Mercer with the disc. Moves it back to De Graan. Has Fuller in space. Dixon now has an option at the back of the end zone. Doesn't take it. Opts for safety and Vanderlee. Hoffman is going to come down with it, and he does the job.
Yep. Just withstanding that pressure, like, hip to hip as well with that defense. Impressive stuff. I want to see more of it.
Let's see more.
Well, I mean, like we said before, Manawatū do have to make some changes and try a few new things on probably both offense and defense if they want to get back in this. Here we go. Big pull. That's just going to stay in.
Rinich now being sent at the disc. We'll see a vertical stack here.
Hayes deep.
That is exciting. Hayes just out of the reach of Hayes.
The idea and the space were great. Execution on the throw wasn't quite probably what he wanted. Unfortunately, she was thinking the opposite.
Cartier now with the disc. Looking to initiate play quickly as De Seville catches it under. Shahane Royal just can't quite get into it.
Oh my God!
Connolly has thrown that to
the sideline, unfortunately.
Sideline, maybe a territory play.
Yeah. I mean, I think in terms of how much win there is at the moment, like both teams have enough class that they don't necessarily need to be playing for territory. It's not probably something I'd encourage at this point in the game. But perhaps she did see someone going deep and tried to send it. But again, it's similar miscomm perhaps to the earlier one where they were actually coming under. Who could tell? Oh, this is some visionary stuff, but there's so much defense around.
Not enough defense as Hayes brings it in. Shahane Royal now dishes it off to Rinich. And Webb with the disc in the middle of the field finds Shahane Royal. The fast movement here from Kindred Spirits. I can't keep up on the commentary. And Hayes is just going to streak into the end zone and catch it.
That's just beautiful ultimate.
That was like a hot butter through knife.
A hot butter through knife or hot knife through butter?
Well, either way you look at it.
It was quick.
It works.
It was quick, it was slick. Like hot butter.
Like a hot butter. Yeah, if you're Manawatū, thinking that there's possibly an opportunity there.
I think it could be a time for them to start giving, because I think they're trying to work out their long game a little bit. And at the moment they're having some miscoms, which has just meant that it's not quite coming off. So working out those towards the end of this game I think is going to be quite valuable for them for future games.
Yeah. You think maybe just lower the risk a little bit?
I think it's just about taking the right options. If the option is there, yeah, they're just having a bit of miscomms, mistiming with each other, and despite the fact that maybe risk-wise, I mean, people often think, oh, deep, throwing it deep, that's too risky. That's more risky than shorter passes. Well, it's not if the option is good. Do you know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Nice pull, though. That's going to sit. Here we go. Straight into the hands. Straight to Cook. Halliday in dump position. Oh, again, those miscoms absolutely murdering Manawatū.
That is tough. That is really tough.
Well, I mean, if the miscoms, there's turnovers when it's short passes as well as long passes. You might as well be making territory with a long pass.
Vanderlee now.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Precisely put. Very precisely put into the zone.
I love that confidence as well. Just to slot the disc into that narrow gap and just make sure that the only person that can get to it is the receiver in the end zone for the 11th goal of the game.
Yep. And I think Kindred's really displaying the amount of trust that they have in each other's as teammates. Just knowing that margin is quite small, that space is quite narrow, but I know my player will get there and they will snag that disc. And just sending it anyway. And it's paying off. And I think perhaps Manawatū's got themselves a bit discombobulated.
Yes, they've lost their combobulation.
They have become flapped, one might say, instead of unflapped.
There are many unflappable players on that team, though, so I feel like they can reverse the flap.
I hope they do. I want to see more flappage. Or unflappage. Look, I'm becoming discombobulated. Jal's picking up the disc. Moves it to Cook. Cook wants it deep, but there's just no one going. Looking again. Halliday. Look, as a receiver, just out of her hands. If you want to receive a deep, Halliday's great deep as well. Don't just keep her in the handle line.
Whitehead finds Fuller. Fuller across to Peters. Peters on this near sideline. Great grab.
That's
To
spicy.
Seville. Under pressure, she floats it back into Fuller. Fuller continues across the field to Whitehead. Whitehead's finding Peters. This is great movement here. Peters for the back corner. What a grab. What a throw through a narrow window. And it's hard to see this game going any other way than towards the Kindred Spirits.
Possibly 1 point in the game left, but we'll see how we go. I think there has been a definite while Manawatū brought a couple of points back there, I think they've lost momentum again. You'll see there even the defense sort of stopped chasing right at the end just because there was no way they were getting to that back corner. The throw was so precisely put there. There was no shot that anyone was getting there. But, you know, still put on pressure. Still good to put on pressure. Alrighty, Manawatū, if they want to stay in this game, need to have put on a real kill line. Some of their strongest players, and it looks like they might have. Disc goes up. I think Cook's going to be snagging that one. Oh, Connolly to Cook. Oh, one hand. Making it feel just a little bit more dangerous than it needed to be. Looking off, Gray downfield. Oh, you've really got to run through, but Zhao,
wow.
Oh my God. Whew. Kindred want to finish this. They want to get the D and get it back. Gray with the disc now. Oh, just, was that a pushy? Gray into space.
A leading push pass.
And is that a high release flick over the top? Oh, it's just.
Oh, greatest attempt. It looked like he threw that from in.
Yeah, it did
Last
look.
point of contact.
Did look like a valid greatest attempt, but no one there to clean up. It's very hard to aim while you're catching in the air, trying to fling it back over your shoulder, I will say. Where is he going with? Oh.
I think it was an invalid greatest attempt, just a foot going out while he had the disc in his hand. But
got a bit too excited for it.
Kindred Spirits now going to show us their wares on offense. Shahane Royal.
Surely.
Got a deep
He's so
cutter.
free, surely.
Vanderlee now. Look, as we've seen Kindred Spirits doing, they're taking the low risk options, just moving the disc. Hayes now with the disc on the far side. Yeah. We see Powick with the disc. Again, the safe option.
That's nice. Huge gainer.
Big gainer over to the break side.
Oh, I can see some people putting up their hands for a bit of a hammer.
Dixon opts for safety in Powick. Powick to Hayes. Hayes to Webb. Webb has options in the end zone.
Oh, I can see him looking. Would have done it myself. Probably would have been a turnover, but we would have enjoyed it. And they safely put that away.
For the game.
Calm, collected, and just delightful ultimate.
I mean, I'm impressed. The Kindred Spirits line there, you saw there were many options where they could just attack, throw to the end zone, and take maybe a higher risk option, but they were just happy to distribute, move the disc down the field. Fraser Dixon providing that big gainer cut to the break side. Like, that's a great continuation cut, and that shows you the level of experience and expertise in this Kindred Spirits team. They've handled Manawatū reasonably comfortably here. We said one team was going to come out with a L in the last column, and unfortunately that was Manawatū, but you know that they're not going to just roll over after this. They're going to go back to the drawing board and hopefully bring out some better performances later on in this tournament.
And I can't wait to see it. And honestly, if that's a good example of what Kindred's got to bring for the rest of the tournament and as a club generally, can't wait to see more of that as well. So thank you all for watching. That was New Zealand Mixed Ultimate Division 2, Game 3 of Day 1. And Liam Haberfield and I, Beck Soper, shall catch you next time.
Goodbye.